The Tuskegee Airmen struggled through the war. It was not easy from the beginning. They fought not only the battle, but also racism and discrimination with their fellow white airmen and even instructors. But they showed them that just because they were African American did not mean they were less intelligent or not intelligent at all.
The Tuskegee story is an important civil rights story of Americans who happen to be in black in service to their country, their family, and to their friends, in that order. I was a member of a very exclusive airmen that all worked together and loved each other.
I was doing what I considered one of the most challenging and pleasant careers of my life, and that was flying. I went overseas with the 99th Fleet. We were the first black fighters to fight in combat mission.
It was like a fraternity. It was a tremendous amount of brotherhood because we were helping each other with the guys who couldn't perform to some degree or couldn't grasp something immediately. Then the buddies would jump in and try to encourage and teach them. You mean to tell me, because of the color of your skin, you cannot get into the U.S. Air Corps?
They overcame segregation and prejudice to become one of the most highly respected fighter groups of World War II. They proved conclusively that African Americans could fly and maintain sophisticated combat aircraft.
I always heard that colored people couldn't fly airplanes, but after my experience, I saw no reason why blacks could not fly.
The Tuskegee Airmen ignored the racism, discrimination, and still went after their dream. Against all odds, they succeeded and have been recognized as the first African American aircraftmen in World War II. Their accomplishments led the way for other African Americans wanting to stand up for their rights as African Americans.
The life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. So we've come here today, traumatized.
In 1948, President Truman ordered the desegregation of the United States military.
The Tuskegee Airmen are greatly remembered as not only African American activists for their time, but also for later African American generations. We thank them for their courageous stand and believing in their rights as African Americans. The impact of the Tuskegee Airmen. They overcame segregation and prejudice to become one of the most highly respected fighter groups of World War II. They proved conclusively that African Americans could fly and maintain sophisticated combat aircraft. The Tuskegee helped with the civil rights movement, allowing them to pursue the American dream that they wanted, rights.